What is good? What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another YouTube video. I appreciate everybody for stopping by, dropping a like, subscribing, commenting through the video. Everybody make sure to watch all the way through. Hey, let's get to the video. No more further ado. Let's get into the video. So look, I know exactly what you're going through, right? Because I've been in your position. I've been there. I've been there. I've been in your position. I know how you're feeling. I know you're nervous. I know you're worried. I know you're anxious. I know you're thinking about it. I know you're rethinking about it. I know you're tripping. I know that's all you've been thinking about lately, right? But I need you to just take a deep breath and let it out. Let's do that one more time. And just kind of let all the nerves go. Release the nerves out of all your body. Forget about everything. Forget about the worry. And just calm down and relax, right? You have to relax. You have to know that it's okay. That we've all been in that position. I've been in that position. But of course, we all want to be the best, right? We all want to succeed the first try. None of us wants to, fail at something and then, have to retry and redo the test over again. And now you have to go through the whole process, and nobody likes to do that, right? So number one thing you have to do is relax. You have to calm down. You know what I'm saying? You have to chill. Don't worry. You ain't got to trip about it, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand that we've all been there. We've all been in that position. We've all been thinking about the same thing. You think what I'm saying? Once you're relaxed, once you calm down, once you're good, you sit down, you're processing everything. Now we can move on. Now we can move on and start thinking like, okay, now I know that I'm gonna succeed. I know I'm gonna pass the test. I know I'm gonna pass the test the first try I do it. I know that I'm not gonna have to worry about coming back or failing. You know what I'm saying? Once you know you're gonna pass, you're all good, right? So look, let me go ahead and show you proof, right? Because I can't just speak and not have proof, right? Let me see if the camera could hold it, get it right on there. See if the camera could get a hold of it. Right? So, if you're watching this video, you want to know how you could pass the not even just the California, but any state driver's test. If you're watching this video, you've already watched probably all the videos. You probably already studied through all the videos. You probably already studied through the handbook. You probably already ran through everything. And now you're just searching for anything that, you're missing, or that you think might pop up in the test. So you're trying to study back and forth. That's the same position I was at. Studying. That's all I was doing. I would just study at night, day, in the afternoon, and they would tell me while I would go and watch through all these videos. They would tell me there'd be trick questions. So that even tripped me out even more. There'd be trick questions. There'd be questions that are not the same that are in the study book. If you are going for the California driver's test, I'll tell you right now, the test is the same thing as the questions. You can't let these people trick you into thinking otherwise or make it more complicated than what it is. The test is the same thing as the study guide. You could also go on www.california.gov driver's test, and they're gonna show you a whole study guide. The whole guide is online, so you should be studying. At this point you should have already studied. That's past that. You should have been studied. Number two, you should be relaxed. You should be calmed, and you shouldn't worry. Because I was worried too. I was like, man, I'm not gonna pass. What if I don't pass? What if I fail? What if I was just nervous? And a person like me, I think about every little moment of the future. So I'm thinking, oh, what if this and that, and I'd get nervous and stuff. So I even took a little longer. I gave myself time. I took a little longer because I gave myself time. to go back to the study guide and study over again. If you're watching this video, you're probably 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, probably 21, and you're just now getting your first driver's license. So look, I'm gonna tell you right now, test is easy. You ain't gotta worry about the test as long as you studied. If you study for the test, you ain't gotta trip about it. That's gonna be like water. Especially if you're already coming out of school, studying and memorizing everything should be easy. So don't even trip about that. Don't worry about that. That's easy. When it comes down to boom, when I first, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the things that you have to do and what I had to do. You get what I'm saying? So when I first went in there, I was nervous. So I'm going in, and they're telling me I have to wait in line. There's a lot of waiting. It is a lot of waiting. It is a lot of waiting, but it's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. All this is worth it, and you're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, you are different from a lot of people, because a lot of people wouldn't even take the time to even do this. And as you can see, the best way is the flyway, the legal way, right? So look, when I first walked in there, it was all cool. I had to wait in line and had to fill out some papers, show documentations. Please be ready. Please be when you come in, please be ready. Have your paperwork in order. You should have your passport. You should have two forms of birth certificate. You should have your social security number, or for other people that don't, you should have your ITIN number. You should have your documents in order, no matter what. If your parents don't have your paperwork in order, or if you don't have your paperwork, I understand some kid, if you're 16, 17, you might not have your paperwork. Your parents probably have your paperwork, that's fine. But if you're 18, 19, 20, if you're over 21 and you don't have a backpack or a bag or a shelf or a closet where you have your personal paperwork of who you are, then you need to start worrying about what's important. You shouldn't even be driving if you don't have that type of paperwork. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I had my paperwork. You had to show your paperwork. I had to show my paperwork. So I showed my paperwork. I waited for hours. And as the first thing I believe they did was they took my fingerprint and we went to do a eye test. I literally went to the doctor's to go get my glasses as well so I could be prepared for whenever I went. Second thing that happened, you go and take your eye test. When you're taking your eye test, they check your eyes, they take your fingerprint, make sure everything is good, make sure you are who you are. And that's the same thing that's gonna be going on your driver's license as well. So boom, that happened. And then I sat back down. You do more waiting. You do a couple waitings. There's a couple stations you have to go to. That's the whole thing about the DMV. It's a lot of waiting. It's a lot of patience. It's a lot of more people, mad people. The person at the counter is mad. The people around is mad. People is late. So that everybody's having to wait. So everybody's upset. Everybody's mad. But, that's just besides the point. That's something you shouldn't even worry about. So whenever I walked in there, I did all that. I waited for the second time. And boom, they took me to the test room. So when I went into the test room, I took the test. The test was simple, easy. Like I said, as long as you study, the test is nothing. The test is easy. You already passed the test. And I passed the test on my first try. This is why the whole video is separated from everything else and everybody. Yes, people have their driver's license. Yes, people have, but I passed my driver's license on the first try. I didn't come back. I didn't have to come back. I did it all on my first try. So this is why I'm explaining what I'm explaining to you. I'm telling you something that I've already went through, and I successfully went through it with no mistakes. So I kind of know what I'm talking about, right? So look, when I went in there, I took the test. I kid you not, too. When I was, I didn't even say this. I didn't want to say nothing because man, I'm too real. But when I was taking the test, the guy next to me was peeking over, looking at my test. The guy that was right next to me, and he got there before me. I got there after him, and I left before him, and I passed my like it was nothing. It's nothing. Like the test is nothing. It's so easy. The test is so easy that you shouldn't even be worried about it. So whenever I went in there, the guy was looking too, and I was like, man, come on, bro. But I was like, man, if you're quick enough and you can read it quick enough, the way I'm moving, that's I bet. If you can keep up and you can keep up what I'm doing, you better not miss nothing. So I'm going through and through. Security guard is gonna be in there watching too. Security guard is in there watching. He's watching everybody, making sure everything's cool. And when I got mine was a little bit like a little bit after coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? So security guards and everything else was just starting to pop up, starting to get back into where it needs to be, right? So boom, I finished the test. They gave me a sheet of paper that said that I could. It's like it was a permanent. It was a permanent that I got, and they said, hey, look, you could go ahead and drive. Just have this paper with you, but come back. They said 3 days. They said come back 3 days after that day that I went through. Come back after 3 days, so you could take the driver's test. So I went in there. I went back home. I studied because the driving test is what I would worry. I was worried about. I really wasn't tripping about the test, the paperwork, the computer test. I was more worried about the driver's test because I thought I had to parallel. But in California, you don't have to parallel. Let me state that in Los Angeles, you don't have to parallel. So you don't have to parallel in LA. I don't know about other places. Maybe I know in New York, it might be mandatory, but I'm not sure, right? You'd have to search it up. Anyways, boom. I went. The thing about me is that I had to go get cause I don't have my mom or my dad don't have no driver's license. My dad lives in a whole other state, and then my mom is not alive no more, right? So I didn't have no parents to be so I didn't have nobody that could come with me that has a driver's license already. So I had to go get one of the what are they called, student class tests, to where you have to pay so somebody will come pick you up and you can go take your test. You understand what I'm saying? So I believe they charged me $250. I ain't gonna lie, but once I heard it was $250, I was like, wait, bro, I cannot fail. $250, I can't fail. So I went up there. I had to go up there. I had to pay the lady. So put my name down. I had to tell her what time it was. If you have somebody that has a driver's license though and has a car, you got it way more easier than me. So there should be no reason you tripping about it. You have it way more easier than me. You have it 10 times easier than me. So there should be no reason you should be worried about anything. So when I went over there, paid the lady, get situated myself, boom. The guy came and picked me up. I scheduled myself. Make sure to schedule your driver's test ahead of time. Because if you don't, you're going to be waiting a week or two thinking that you have a driver's test tomorrow, and you tell the people at the classes that it's tomorrow, and then it's not for a week, 2 weeks from now. So make sure you know exactly what date it is, when you have to be there, what time the pickup has to be. You always have, this is period in life. You always have to be there 30 minutes before. Anywhere. Anything that you do, you have to be there 30 minutes before. So that's what I did. I situated myself, situated the time, boom, boom, location, pulled up on the peoples. Once I was there, got to the test. The guy came in with me, the teacher or whatever, the driver guide came in there, put down information down. We situated everything, and I moved on to the test. When I was taking the test, if you do get your yeah, so it's a student driver's class, right? The student's driver's class, whenever he came through, that's kind of the benefits of actually getting the class, because they actually know the route already. They know which way they have to go, so you kind of get to do the route before you do the actual test 2-3 times before the actual time comes. So that was perfect for me. That's all I needed to know. You feel me? That's all I needed to know was the route. Once I knew the route, I took it easy, took it smooth. Boom, we went up there, got everything situated. I took the real test. When I took the real test, I had a lady. It was a lady that gave me my test, right? So I'm not gonna lie, she tried to give me they're gonna try to get you nervous. They're gonna try to get you as much nervous as they can. Don't let them get you nervous. Just do what I do. Ignore them. Act like they're not even there. You gotta like act like they're not there. You gotta believe that they're not there, and it's just you doing the test. Or you could also just rethink like, hold on, that's just my driver's class, Ed. Just don't forget about it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself because they're already trying to do that. So don't put pressure on yourself. Keep it smooth. Stay relaxed. Stay focused. So whenever I went in there, I took it. That's what I did. She would try to get me off balance, but it was all cool. At this point, you should already know the up, the slow, the stop, go, and all the signals to to whenever they ask you what the signals mean, you should already know all the cars. You should already know everything. You should know everything by now because you took time to study. You took time and time and time and time to study. Preparation will always beat anything. So that's what you should already been studying. Even after this video, you should go study in whichever class that you have to do next. So that's what I did. I had no issue. Move on forward. The only problem that I had, and I'm telling you, I was doing so good. I'm telling you, I was moving left, right, forward, back, everything. You know what I'm saying? I was doing what I was supposed to do. That she really tried to throw me off. Like, really tried to throw me off. The last left turn that we had to do, she tried to, like, stop me right in the middle of the road. But I'm not going for that. You know what I'm saying? Once you know you're a professional driver, you've been driving for years, that should be no issue. I ignored her and I kept driving. But I still passed. I had no issue. I had no problems. And I passed. I passed on my first try. Telling you guys, you can do it. You can do it too. If I was able to do it, you can do it. It's simple. It's easy. You just gotta stay focused. You gotta study, and you gotta be ready. You gotta be prepared. You have to be prepared. You have to know, okay, because when you know that there's gonna be when they like I said, I think I've said this in the beginning of the video, they're gonna hit you with trick questions. That's a lie. There's no trick questions. The questions are all the same. The only thing that's different is that the way that they're wording it. But when it comes to studying, it's all memorizing it. So if you try to remember all the words that were placed in each question, because it's always gonna be all the same wordings are always gonna be there. And of course, if you don't know, it's always C. You know what I'm saying? Always pick C if you don't know. But yeah, man, that was my experience. In order to get my driver's license and what I had to go through to get it. But I passed on my first try. And I'm telling you guys, as long as you study, you stay focused, if you can, get your mom's car, get your dad's car, auntie, whoever you have around, sister, brother, get their car and drive it. You have to drive. You have to drive. You have to cut the fear and you have to drive. It's time to drive. I know a lot of people are scared and they're about to get a driver's license because they have to drive. So don't be scared to drive. Everybody does it. Everybody has to go through this. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. Because I'm telling you, you're gonna get yours. That's the way. Because I would worry. I would trip, man. I was stressing. And I was out there trying to get it for real on my own. That's besides the point. Y'all want to? Y'all go check out my YouTube video and see what my whole adventures in LA. Y'all, anyways, that's it. I hope y'all liked the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Drop a like. Watch. If you've gotten to this point, I appreciate you for watching all the way through. We got more videos dropping. You guys make sure to stay tuned. Hit that ring bell button so you can get a notification every time I go live and every time I drop a video. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being in tune, staying in tune, and going through. Oh yeah, I also make music. So if you like music or you want to hear new music, go check me out. You know what I'm saying? I would really appreciate that. And I'm also on Twitch. So if y'all want to tap in on my Twitch, go follow me because I'm on there live as well. So we're trying to put that work in. You know, you already know to follow me through all social medias. I'm everywhere. I appreciate everybody. Thank you. And see you in the next one. Peace.